Hello, you've reached the Echo Tips podcast. Today's episode, we're going to be dealing with cleaning, the dreaded cleaning, but it is very important. Many of us are still dealing with the consequences of the virus, the pandemic, and sheltering in place, and many other things, working from home, and cleaning is very important. So today we're going to talk about how you can get your Echo to give you some handy cleaning tips. But before I get into that and the nitty-gritty of all that entails, we're going to go to a brief message and then I'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by the New Vision program at Goodwill. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission services help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. All right, welcome back. If you've been listening for a while, we'd like to thank you for coming back and listening to us again, and we appreciate your support by following us on your podcast player of choice. If you are listening for the very first time, we'd like to welcome you back anyway. We have a nice mix of practical things. We try to keep our tips short, 5 to 10 minutes. And to just introduce myself, in case you're brand new, I'm David Ward, an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill. So with the coronavirus or COVID-19, there's been a lot of things surrounding sanitation and cleaning, and your Echo can help you with that right now. Now, before I demonstrate this real quick, and it pulls this information from the CDC, and depending on your nation or region, it might pull from a different health authority. I'll ask, before I demonstrate, that if you have an Echo in hearing distance of my voice, you might want to shut her ears off, unless it's the device you're listening this on. If you're listening to this podcast on that on that Echo, then it's not going to really particularly matter. It's smart enough to ignore that. But if you have a different Echo in hearing distance, you might want to shut their ears off by pressing the little silhouetted microphone with a slash through it. That'll turn the ring red on top, or if it's an Echo Show, it's the third button on the left if you're facing the screen. So just give you a second to do that, and then we'll go right into it. Okay, so this is all you would need to say. Alexa, give me tips for cleaning.
To clean leather wallets, bags and belts, gently wipe with a cloth dipped in mild soap water solution or with disinfecting wipes. If using disinfecting wipes, make sure it does not contain bleach. If your leather needs restoration after cleaning, treat it with a little leather conditioner. To hear more tips, just say, next tip.
Next tip.
Make sure to clean and disinfect high-touch surfaces daily in common areas such as tables, doorknobs, faucets, light switches, remotes, handles, desks, toilets, hardback chairs, sinks and more. To hear more tips, just say, next tip.
Stop. All right, so there you go. It's that simple, and you just say, hey lady, give me tips for cleaning. In our next episode, we're going to be talking about what if you aren't feeling well. I know this time of year I battle allergies personally and pollen and all of that, but let's say you don't feel too well and maybe you're a little concerned, maybe you're a little worried because the coronavirus is going around. Could your Echo help you with that? Well, the CDC and Amazon have worked together to create some information that can kind of triage some of your symptoms and give you some feedback. So we're going to be talking about that in our next episode. What if you think you might have COVID-19 and how your Echo might be able to help you with that? Now, obviously, if you're having severe symptoms or the like, I'm sure it will say it and I will say it. You obviously need to seek a medical professional. But this is kind of interesting. It might just give you some food for thought. And I thought I'd just bring that up, and that'll be in our next episode. Until that time, it's time to turn your microphone back on, start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program signing off, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. In conclusion, let me tell you a thing or two. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and it is also made possible in part by a grant from Community Foundation serving Western Virginia. And there's more. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. For more information, check out our website at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, with no spaces. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission programs help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Thanks for listening.